Hey guys, welcome back to our channel and I'm your host Vega. So for quite a while now I've been thinking that a lot of people really get a tough time when buying their next smartphones because there are actually millions of smartphones in the market. So in today's video I'm going to be telling you what features you should consider in order to buy your next smartphone. So please don't forget to hit the subscribe button in order to get more of our cool tech tips and tech reviews video. So let's get right into it. Operating system. Well, now the most common known operating system for mobile devices is Android and iOS. So when you want to buy your next smartphone, you have to choose which one that you buy between an Android mobile device or an iOS mobile device. So first of all, you need to consider the use and compare it to the system which will be adequate for you. Let's say you're a kind of guy who wants to customize all of the device, meaning that you want to change widgets, wallpapers and each and everything. I think the Android operating system will suit you. But if you're just a standard guy who needs a normal and simple operating system without much customization, you can choose the iOS operating system. Another thing you must consider is actually the version of the operating system you want and compare it to the budget you have. Let's say the Android operating system has a lot of versions. So according to your budget, you have to choose the right smartphone which you have to buy. Another feature is design and durability. So actually you have to look at the overall outward appearance of your device. So if you want to buy your next smartphone, you can either choose maybe a phone with a glass front and a glass back, maybe a phone with curved edges, maybe a phone with sharp edges, according to whatever you like. But here you must compare it with durability. Let's say you buy a smartphone which has a glass back, meaning that whenever you drop it, it can bring damage to the phone, and the phones with glass backs are really high prices in order to repair them. And also you have to look at things like water resistance and dust resistance, meaning that you can even drop sometimes your phone in water or even take a dip at the swimming pool. But you must consider that your phone has to be water resistant. So here you have to choose a device which must be water resistant and also dust resistant. Display size and type. Well, if you're kind of guy who likes HD graphics, you do a lot of gaming and watch a lot of movies in your phone, I think you should go with a display with a screen size larger than 5.5 inches because a larger screen will suit you most. But if you're kind of guy who only use messaging, maybe take phone calls or Facebook in your phone, you can even pick a smaller display for your phone. So a smaller phone will be suitable for you. So another thing here is the display type. For now, actually there are two kinds of display type, an LCD display and an AMOLED display. Well, LCD displays tend to have really bright colors even in broad daylight. But AMOLED displays actually have really vivid colors with more saturation. Personally, I like very much the AMOLED displays because they have more vivid colors and they have more saturation, meaning that they are good for gaming, watching movies and other things like reading. Well, another feature that you should consider, and one of the most important, is the processor, RAM and internal storage. Well, for any mobile device to have a good performance, processor is very important. The processors like Snapdragon, Exynos and Huawei's Kirin performs at its best. But for a processor to perform at its best, the RAM is one of the most crucial things. So the RAM is actually a place where data is stored for a short period of time. Well, a phone's RAM actually is mostly used to store the data of apps running. So it means that the more RAM you have, the more apps you can run at once without slowing down your phone, and that gives you the best performance of your phone. Well, the internal storage part actually is only used to store data like music, like movies and other things. So the internal storage actually being used to store your files. So a phone with 4 gigs of RAM or 3 gigs of RAM and 32 or 64 gigabytes is really good for you, and I think it will suit you best. And another feature is the camera and camera quality, of course. So cameras have many tech specs like megapixels, autofocus, aperture, focal length, optical image stabilization, and others. But when buying a smartphone, you should consider things like megapixels, lens quality, and image stabilization. Well, many people tend to choose phones with high and very high megapixels because the more megapixels the phone has, it means that the more amount of light the camera sensor would capture to produce brighter images and brighter videos. But when buying a smartphone, you shouldn't only consider things like megapixels. You should consider other camera specs which will also lead to produce cool images and very good videos. So in this part, you can even check our reviews in our channel in order to learn more about cameras and other things. So now let's come to the grand finale, or as I can say, the most important part of any smartphone around, and that's battery life. Well, battery life determines how long you can use your phone actually. So nowadays many phones come with large numbers of millions, meaning that their phones could last long with 100% battery charge. But larger numbers of millions doesn't mean that your phone could last long, because, for example, you should consider things like a screen with a high resolution or a brighter display tends to use more energy, but the phones with latest processors or chips like the Snapdragon 865 or the Apple A13 Bionic chip optimize battery life to produce longer battery hours in a phone. So here you should be really careful when choosing. So at the moment, an Android phone with 4000 milliamps battery can be suitable, and an iOS phone with 2000 milliamps battery can be very suitable. For more information about battery life, you can check our other videos or our tech reviews, which I'll put the link in the description down there. So finally, I think that you should consider most of all these specs before buying your next smartphone, because all of these features will conclude how your performance of your device will work. So I think that's it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more of our tech videos and other stuff that we upload on our channel. Don't forget to like, share and comment. Catch you on the next one.